try to connect. So these concepts are there, na? So this try to take this concept. Okay, so that means copying data from one memory location to other memory location. This concept is same in all microcontroller. Maybe instruction may be different. Okay, so and logic may be different. Okay, maybe memory programming model may be different. Okay, but the concept remains same in all microcontroller or microprocessor. So that is what we have to understand. Okay, so now I'll just start one more concept. Okay, let me share my screen. And the most important register. Okay, the concept is this. Okay, so there is one register in microcontroller which is called program status word. Okay, program status word. That program status word is basically kind of status register. Okay, so which basically controls the entire microcontroller. Okay, can you understand the statement? This program status word, can you see here? The program status word in microcontroller basically defines, okay, the what is that, the operations in microcontroller. Okay, so every microcontroller and microprocessor will have some kind of this kind of register. Okay, so sometime it is called as say here program, okay, status, okay, word. Okay, program status word. So PSW. Okay, PSW. Sometime it is called as flag register. In some microcontroller, it is called as flag register. Okay, so flag register, and in some register it is called as some kind of status register. So all different names, but the concept is same. Okay, concept is same. So we are discussing program status word. Okay, in 8051. Okay, so there will be program status word or flag register. Okay, flag register or some kind of status register in all microcontroller or microprocessor. Okay, so now let me explain how this program status word works. Now we know there will be some kind of ALU. Okay, so some kind of ALU is there. Okay, and which basically takes some inputs. So this is ALU. Okay, arithmetic and logic unit. So I told you internally microcontroller is basically just a second. So let me share again. So ALU is basically arithmetic and logic unit. Okay, arithmetic and logic unit. So that means it is some kind of some operation, whatever operation happens in the microprocessor or microcontroller, it takes place in ALU, arithmetic and logic unit of microprocessor and microcontroller. It may be some kind of adder circuit. Physically it may be some kind of adder circuit or some kind of gates. Okay, so some AND operation, OR operation, all these things will be there in this particular ALU. Okay, so now say for example, if you are performing some addition operation, that means it comes here in microcontroller. Okay, so it comes here in microcontroller. So this is your microcontroller. Okay, so this is your microcontroller or microprocessor. So now inside that microcontroller you have a ALU, so which basically does some operation. Now so now to do any operation, you know that so the data is required. Okay, so instruction and data both are required, correct? Okay, so maybe some kind of instruction, and there may be some data. Okay, so there may be some data. Okay, instruction also, it will be something like, some kind of, register will be there. Okay, so register 1. Okay, so instruction will be stored here, say 10. The 10 is nothing but instruction. That instruction will come to ALU. No, this instruction will define what this ALU should do. Similarly, data will also sit in some register. Okay, so this may be register 2. Okay, you see here, this are all register. So that means what? Instruction will be given to this ALU what it has to do. Along with that, data also will be given to this particular ALU. So there may be one data or two data. Okay, so two register or one register. So basically, what you have to understand, some inputs will go to ALU. Okay, so for any instruction, some input data also goes inside, and some operation will take place in ALU. Okay, as a result, two things will happen. One, so obviously when you do some addition operation, okay, so addition of two numbers, if you do in ALU, the result will come and it will store in some register. Okay, so register out, I am just calling that as a output register. So what happens in output register? The ALU will give some output. That output will come and it will store in the output register. Okay, so and one more thing, what happens? It will, this operation will update the program status word. Okay, program status word or flag register or status register, whatever. So along with the output, so the program status word will be updated. Program status word will be updated. So every time, whenever any instruction executes in microprocessor or microcontroller, so that will reflect, some way in program status word. So that is why you have to understand. So now if you want to understand the the operation, the consequences, then that consequences we have to get it in this particular program status word. So that is why this register program status word is very important. Okay, so let me take up some examples. So program status word, let me explain the format. See, program status word or flag register or status register is basically a register, simple register. Okay, so it will be something like a simple register. Program status word. Okay, program status word is a register. So in 8051, it is a 8-bit register. Okay, 8-bit register. So that means there will be 8 bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 bits will be there. Okay, so this is one register. Okay, the special register, special function register. So now in this program status word, each bit is defined. Each bit is defined. Okay, each bit in this particular register will have some meaning. Okay, so let me showcase the meaning of each and every bit. So first is carry bit. Second one is auxiliary carry. Okay, second bit is basically auxiliary carry. Okay, so third bit is basically so some reserved for some functional activities, and the next bit is RS1. Okay, next bit is RS0. Okay, then overflow flag, and then it is not used, and the last one is parity flag. Okay, now you see, this is the definition of each bit in program status word. Okay, similarly, say for example, if you are using some kind of say for example ARM processor or some Intel processor, so inside that Intel processor there will be some program status word or flag register. So it may be 64-bit register. Each bit in that particular register will have some meaning. Okay, so now in this particular register, now let us understand one by one. So P means it is a parity bit. Okay, parity bit. Now, what happens in this particular parity bit? Just understand, if even parity or odd parity. So what is even parity or odd parity? If the number of no, say for example, the result in the previous in the previous operation, okay, the result in the previous operation throws some number, okay, maybe 23, okay, 23 is the output. Now in that particular 23, so what is the binary number? 0 0 1 0, okay, 0 0 1 1, correct? So this is the binary output register content. Now in this particular output register content, in the previous operation the result is 23, okay, the result is 23, and the binary equivalent for that particular number is this, okay, 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 1. So this is the binary pattern. So this will be stored in the output register. Now this even parity means if the number of ones, okay, is even, then it is called even parity. Now here you can see here the number of ones, 1 2 3, 3 ones are there. That means it is odd parity. Okay, odd parity. That means now if it is odd parity, the parity bit will become 0. If it is a even parity, that parity bit will become 1. So this will be 1 or 0. So this bit will be 1 or 0. So all bits are 1 or 0. So when it will be 1, when in the previous result, if the result has even number of ones, then it will in this bit will set to 1. Otherwise, it will set to 0. That means the previous operation, whether the number of ones in that particular result, whether it is even or odd, then that we can understand. Okay, so that is the meaning of the parity bit in this particular program status word. The next one is basically OV. OV means overflow. Okay, overflow flag. Okay, so overflow bit. What is this overflow bit? Okay, overflow bit. See, now say for example, in your you just gave some inputs. Okay, you just gave some inputs like say you have a 2-digit register. That means 8-bit register. So 8-bit register means in that particular register you can say 0 0. Okay, 0 0 to maximum. What is the value you can store inside this register? FF. Okay, maximum you can say 0 0 to FF. That is what you can save in the in this particular register. That you cannot store 3-digit. Okay, so you cannot store 3-digit. You can store only 2-digit. Okay, you can store only 2-digit. Okay, so now so assume that if you are trying to give two numbers, okay, to add. Say for example, if you try to add FF and 0 1, what happens? So when you try to add the FF and 0 1, what is your result? 0, okay, 0 1. So 100 is the result. Now you can see here, we cannot store this particular 100 in this particular in the output register. So why? Because it is not I can store only 8-bit data. Now it is resulting in say 16-bit data. Okay, so sorry, 12-bit data. So I cannot store. So now in this particular case, what happens? So when you try to add FF and 1, okay, then what happens? The result will be 0 0. Can you understand? Okay, result will be 0 0. So FF plus 1, the result will be 0. That means after FF it rotates. Okay, it starts from 0 0. So that is what you have to understand. So now what happened here? The overflow happened. So from it incremented, it reached to the maximum, and then it is rotating from the beginning. So just to, if this kind of operation happens inside a microcontroller, in any case, okay, if any operation in the previous state exceeds, okay, so exceeds the number, okay, then what happens? The overflow flag will set to 1. If if there is no the overflow of that particular number, then it will become 0. So that is basically the overflow bit. Okay, the next bit is basically Okay, so register bank selection. Okay, RS means these two are used in RS1, RS1 and RS0. Okay, so RS0 and RS1. So the this truth table you just have to follow 00, 01, 10, 11. This kind of this is the maximum combination you can keep in these two places. Okay, so 00 means this is register bank. Okay, register bank zero selection. Okay, so register bank zero selection. What do you mean by register bank zero selection? That means you are taking 00. Okay, two. So your R naught register will be 00. R1 register will be 01. R2 will be 02. Likewise, R7 will be 07. You understood? So this is how you are using the register bank zero. Now, register bank next 01 if you keep in that particular place, so it will be selection. Register bank one selection. What is that register bank one selection? It will take the next set. Okay, so R naught will not be 00. R naught will be the next set. So that means 08. Okay, so R1 will be 09th address. Okay, likewise. Okay, so it continues. Similarly, so register bank 2 selection, register bank 3 selection. So that means totally you can make use of 4 register bank. Okay, so there are 4 register banks are there. Okay, so 4 register bank in you can select any register bank. Okay, so that means you can define this R naught, the symbols in different memory location. In different memory location. That is the meaning of this particular register bank selection in program status word. Okay, so functional. No, don't worry. This is just reserved thing. Okay. So next, I'll just speak about this particular auxiliary carry and carry. So auxiliary carry means auxiliary carry means, say for example, you are trying to add this number like ff and 01. Okay, now if I convert this ff to binary, so this is the number what you get. So when I convert 01 to binary, you will get this. Okay, now can you see here what happens when you add these two number? Okay, 0 carries 1, 0 carries 1. Okay, 1 plus 1 0 carries 1, 1 plus 1 0 carries 1. Now see, for example, this is lower lower half byte. Okay, so now if you have any carry from the lower half byte to upper half byte, okay, if you have any carry from the lower half byte to the upper half byte, that means first nibble to the higher nibble, then the auxiliary carry will become 1. Okay, auxiliary carry will become 1 whenever you get a carry. Okay, whenever you get a carry from the lower nibble to the higher nibble. Okay, in any operation. You understood? So now you can see here when you try to add ff to 01, your auxiliary carry will become 1 because you have a carry from the lower nibble to the higher nibble. So otherwise, if there is no carry, then it will be 0. Okay, it will be 0. So that is the meaning of auxiliary carry. So and carry, it is very trivial. So carry means it is the entire byte. Okay, even in the same example, if you try to proceed, so again it will be 0 0 0 0 and 1. So now you can see here the 1 is the carry which is came from the addition of this entire byte. So if you have a carry from the higher byte, then what happens? Your bit will set to 1, or if there is no carry, then it will be 0. Example for carry bit 0, you can think of something like this: 01 and 02. When you add, you will get 03. Now you can see here auxiliary carry will be 0 and also carry bit also 0. So in that sense, it basically, you see, any normally whenever you do any arithmetical operations or control operations, okay, so this this program status word changes. Okay, program status word changes. So that is what you have to understand in this particular example. So any questions in this? Any questions in this program status word? So now what you have to understand in this particular concept, every microprocessor microcontroller will have a program status word, and whenever you try to study microcontroller or microprocessor directly, first you have to see this particular program status word. That is the first work what you have to do. Program status word you have to see, and you have to understand that particular program status word. Okay, then only you have to proceed and you have to perform, you start performing some operations. You understood? Okay, program status word is 8-bit register, and each bit has some meaning. Okay, so in any operation in ALU will reflect and which changes the content of this particular program status word. Okay, so any questions on this, please do ask in the chat box. Program status word. Any questions on this program status word? Yeah. I'll go slow, no problem. But anyway, now what is your work? Now I just try to feed some concept. Even you can do some groundwork on this. Okay, try to learn in your own face. In the online content, refer some textbooks and read this content. This is very important in microprocessor and microcontroller. Okay, so each bit definition you just learn it in your own. Now I just explained. I'll demonstrate now. I'll demonstrate how this the program status word changes in a microprocessor or microcontroller. Okay, I'll go slow. Rupam, if you have any questions, please do ask. Okay, so now let me demonstrate. I'll just come to the simulator. Okay, I'll just come to the simulator. I have taken the new. Okay, so now if you can see here, now I'm just showcasing. See this program status word. So everything is zero, correct? Okay, everything is zero. How to know this content? So that means when you hold this particular place, so red indicates that it is zero. Okay, so if it is becomes green, that means it is one now. Okay, you understood. Now let me run some program and you will understand. So let me demonstrate one by one. Okay, now I'll try to make this particular what is that this parity flag change. Now let me do some operations now. Say parity flag. Okay, so parity flag change. Say I'll just do some operation. Okay, add a comma. Okay, a comma b. Okay, so I'll just take addition operation. So say for example 01h. Okay, move b comma okay hash 01h. So 01 plus 01, the result is here what you will get. So a is equal to 02 h, that is nothing but 000. Okay, 00. Okay, next bit is higher, next nibble is 010, correct? Now it is very trivial that number of ones in this particular case is what? One only, right? One. Okay, so that means odd parity. So let me run this particular program. Okay, I'll just go to the program. So psw okay demo. Okay, so now let us run this program. So I am just running step by step. One came to accumulator, one came to B register, and I am trying to add. Okay, so now see there. So whenever in the previous operation, okay, so you can see there it is 0 1 0 1. In the previous operation I am just moving, so 0 1 means it is odd parity. Okay, sorry, it is reverse. Whenever it is odd parity, now let me see whether it is okay, just a second. Okay, so the previous operation accumulator holds 0 1. Okay, so now here again the accumulator holds 0 1. So again in this operation also it shows. So the number of ones are odd parity, it is 1. Sorry, here just correct it. It is, if it is odd parity it is 1. Odd parity in accumulator it is 1. Okay, so if it is odd, then it is 1. If it is even, it is 0. Okay, so let me store some simple data. Okay, and let me come to this edit mode. So say this only instruction. This instruction is sufficient. So now I'll store 3. Okay, 3. 3 means what? Physically, if you see 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 1, correct? So now it is basically even parity. Let me run this program. When I run this program, can you see here? After running this program, the parity bit become 0 only. Okay, parity bit becomes 0. So now this is working. Okay, so this is working now. So this is fine. So parity bit is working. Now let me go to overflow flag. Okay. So overflow flag. So I already explained. So let me take this example itself. So 0 1. Okay. So move B comma FF. Okay. FFH. Okay. So okay. So FFH. A is 1, B is FF. Okay, so add A comma B. Okay, A comma B. So definitely here overflow should happen. So let me run step by step. A is equal to 1, B is equal to FF. You can see the result in the A and B register. When I add both the register, okay, when I add both the register, now can you see it becomes 0. Okay, so that means whenever now you can also observe that carry bit and auxiliary carry. Okay, so that also become 1 now. Okay, so auxiliary carry and carry bit become 1. Okay, so that is we already explained. 1 means whenever there is a carry. So in both the cases, when I add FF and 0 1, okay, you can see a carry and auxiliary carry should be 1. So that is reflecting here. Okay, so here green color indicates that it is both are 1 1. Okay, so parity bit, you can see that the accumulator content is okay, number of ones is 0. Okay, so that means even number, so that's why it is 0. You understood? Okay, so in accumulator you have to see the parity bit. Okay, overflow is basically 0. Okay, overflow is basically 0. Okay, so now so let me okay, so now in this case accumulator, if now here overflow, it is basically 1. So it is other way you have to think. Overflow is basically whenever it exceeds, it will become 0. Okay, whenever that number exceeds, it becomes 0. If it is under the range, if it is under the range, then it will become 1. Okay, so that means here green color is there. So accumulator content and the previous result is not exceeded. Now, once I execute this add a comma b, now that bit becomes 0. Okay, that bit becomes 0. 0 means it exceeds that particular maximum value. Okay, so it can't store that particular value. Overflow happened. So that you can see it in this particular place. Okay, so now here this particular register RS1 and RS2. Okay, so is basically selection of register bank. So by changing this particular value, say for example, set bit, okay, set bit PSW dot maybe 0 1 2. Okay, now you see here what I'm doing, set bit PSW dot 1. Okay, and set bit PSW dot 3. Okay, so that means what I am doing. Okay, so let me say here register bank 0 in default, it will select register bank 0. That means when you see here the register bank, this is the register bank. Okay, the address starts from 00 to 07. Okay, now we know that then this one is R naught. Okay, so this is R naught. The where R naught is present, in this particular place. 00 is the address of R naught. Now I don't want R naught address to be 00. I want the R naught address to be in the next 8 should be the next address. So now I am just moving to the next row. I want to select this particular row as my register bank, and I want R naught to be R naught address to be 08. You understood? R naught address I want to be at 08 address. So then what I have to do? I just have to switch the register bank to the next register bank, second register bank. To make the next register bank, what I have to do? I just have to make 01. Okay, 01 should be the combination. So 01 means the second bit I just want to make say for example this instruction clear. Okay, clear bit. So set bit is an instruction which changes the bit in that particular register. In program status word, the second bit. Okay, second bit. So in program status word, so this is 0th bit, 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th bit. Okay, now what I'm trying to change. Sorry. Okay, so 3 and 4. 4 and 3. 4 should be 0. 3 should be 1. Okay, so 4 should be 0 and 3 should be 1. So when you do so, then what happens? You are selecting the register bank 1. That is register bank 0, register bank 1 you are selecting. Second register bank you are selecting. So now when you try to move, okay, R naught comma hash, okay, 10H. Okay, then what happens? Now you see here the same instruction I'll use before this. Okay, I'll use before R naught is equal to 20H. So now can you observe here? I'm just trying to run this particular program. Okay, R naught. So first instruction, when I run this R naught is 20. You can observe here. You can observe what came. R naught is equal to 20. Fine. Okay, and also where that R naught is there, R naught is present in 00th address. In default, this line is taken as a register bank. Okay, this line is taken as a register bank. Now, when I do this particular modification, let me see what happens. Program status word. Now, can you observe here? So when I run this particular instruction, this has become 1. Okay, this has the first bit has become 1, and the second bit is anyway. I'm for safer side. I'm just clearing. So Z01 is present in this particular RS1 and RS2. Then when I run this particular instruction now, okay, again R naught will copy, 10 will come. But where exactly that R0 go in the memory space, let me see. Now when I run this instruction, can you observe the changes? Okay, so see here, earlier R0 came to 10 came to R0, but it never it came to 8th register. Okay, 8th address. So now this is considering as a register bank, not this one. Okay, earlier it was selecting the first row as a register bank. Now it is selecting the next row as a register bank. Okay, so now that means, so now whatever operations you do, okay, so this particular register will automatically changes. So whenever you do some subtraction operation, so this is basically the control. Okay, so control operation. Okay, so whenever you reach no, say some kind of zero, whenever you do some kind of big number or small number comparison, so all these operations will be logically handled by this particular carry bit and auxiliary carry bit and overflow flags. Okay, so this much you have to understand. Okay, so program status word. Okay, so is basically some kind of uh, some uh, reflections of any operation in microprocessor or microcontroller. So this is program status word. Okay, so now what you have to type in Google. Okay, say now what I'm typing program status word 8051. Okay, so this is 8051 microcontroller. Now when you go to the simple images itself, okay, and they will provide this particular kind of explanation. You can look into this, the definition of each and every bit. Similarly, you can go to 8085. Okay, you want some 8085 microprocessor status word. Now you see here that particular program. There will be some program status word or some pattern. Each bit will define some information that you have to understand. If you are running some kind of ARM7, okay, so program status word are there. They will call it as maybe status word, okay, or status register, something like that. Okay, so when you deal with ARM 32-bit, can you see here? So this is the bigger number, and each location in that particular bit defines some some meaning will be there in this particular register. Okay, likewise you can select any microprocessor or microcontroller. So there will be some some pattern. Okay, each bit defines some information in that particular microprocessor or microcontroller. Every microprocessor and microcontroller has some kind of flag register or everything. I mean, all are same, different names. Okay, so this particular part you have to understand, because once after understanding this particular program status word, then only you can write a program. Okay, then only you can understand the complete logic and how it works and all those things. Okay, so this is what I just wanted to convey. So generally, what should be the take home from today's lecture? So there will be some register which for any operation in microprocessor or microcontroller, that that particular register will change, and by changing that particular register, you can control the entire microprocessor and microcontroller. Okay, so this is some kind of settings, or this is some kind of some kind of configuration register. Okay, so in microprocessor and microcontroller. Okay, so now advanced microcontroller or microprocessor, some security enable. Okay, some kind of interpreter enable, some kind of cache enable, some kind of security for the memory, some kind of access access some permission provision. All these things are dealt with this, but this configuration register in the microprocessor and microcontroller. Okay, so this is what you have to understand. Okay, so maybe when I write some programs in the next coming classes, okay, so you will understand how this program status word is used. Okay, so is useful. So any questions, please do ask. If you have any questions, please do ask. related to this program status word?